Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim and Assalamu alaikum. A very good morning to all our participants from all regions, Lahore, Karachi, Islamabad, Peshawar, and Quetta. We have another very technical, informative project management manager monitoring evaluation related topic that is on designing and implementing an effective monitoring and evaluation systems. And I'm very honored and overwhelmed having Dr. Junaid Akhtar once again on our NESPARK platform. I welcome you here, sir. It's been really a pleasure having you here once again. And as we all know that Dr. Junaid Akhtar, he's working as manager, monitoring and evaluation expert at Ministry of Climate, World Bank, NDRMF. And about brief introduction, Sir Junaid has a PhD in public management, coupled with about 18 years experience in monitoring, evaluation, and learning. Along with this, he's excellent analytical and conceptual skills, practical experience using diverse approaches, methodologies of all monitoring and evaluation, especially in relation to output and outcome monitoring, including results-based management. And very proudly that he has been working as national, international organizations, working with national, international organizations in Pakistan and Afghanistan at ascending levels of decision-making and responsibility. And other than this, he has also been overseeing coordinating the working of safeguards, gender, and management information system units. He had a cross-cutting role involving program planning, monitoring, and evaluation research, which helped him to study, analyze these initiatives with respect to their performance, successes, and challenges vis-a-vis the intended objectives or impacts. That's a brief introduction I've been able to give about this, Sir Dr. Junaid Akhtar. Sir, I welcome you here, and now I request you to begin with the session. And before we start, I request all my participants to please have the to do come along with the active participation through our chat box, or raise hand option is also available on our Zoom. And you have your queries, please drop there. When Dr. Saab feels enough to answer your queries, he may answer during the session, or it will be followed at the end of the session. Thank you from my side. Now I request Sir Junaid to please begin. Thank you, sir.
Madam, thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you very much for such a wonderful introduction of myself. Really humble and obliged. Again, it's a pleasure to be here at NESPARK's forum to share my experiences with colleagues and seniors about how we are at NDRMF and in general at various levels, how we can design and implement an M&E system in our organization, in the project programs, wherever we want, and its importance, why we need it. So what we are going to do is that we are going to cover all this in today's session. I'll just try to close my video so that we can focus on the slides. So for today's session, what I have thought for is to give you a brief introduction or refresher of what monitoring and evaluation is. What is the correlation between these two M and E concepts, why we need to monitor and evaluate, the importance and objective of having a robust or rigorous M&E system, what are the requirements of a good or robust M&E system, how we can strengthen the system, what are acceptable costs related to a M&E system that we can have, some benchmarking as far as concern about minimum and maximum values, then types of monitoring and evaluation, and then we will move towards what is a result. And what's in the arena now is that we are focusing in UN system, World Bank system, multilateral, bilateral. Everybody is focused on results, and results-based management is the seems like key to success. So let's see what results-based management is. So when we talk of monitoring and evaluation, what is it? monitoring. Sometimes we think of it as, something very investigative, criti- critical, or, looking at deficiencies only. I believe it's not like that. It's, of course, looking at our deficiencies, problems, issues, but then to find solutions and to overcome these, and have a strategy plan to effectively and efficiently complete our programs, projects, organizational objectives, or whatever tasks are given to us. So in nutshell, M&D builds it in, accountability and transparency in this system. And we are accountable to our management, to board, to ministry, to government, and whoever sponsors the projects and programs are. So this, gives them the confidence that yes, what we are doing is right. Information generated through this system helps the project staff, organizational staff, or whoever is involved for right decision making. Evidence-based decision making, where we do not take decisions just on our, relying on our wisdom or something like that, but on factual basis, that what are the facts and how we can improve, or if there are issues, how we can improve those issues, and can, succeed in our future pathway. So that's it. Of course, monitoring and evaluation helps us to design programs and projects based on the learnings that we get from these concepts, where monitoring tells us what's happening and evaluation tells us why it happened. So this uh, helps us to design programs that are more, in line with the requirements. What is the relationship between these two concepts? So let me just acknowledge that these are two very different concepts, monitoring and evaluation, but are closely related, and they support each other. Like if you do not have a monitoring system, evaluation will be lacking some of its very basic elements. Routine tracking of projects progress, monitoring can provide quantitative, qualitative data useful for designing and implementing project evaluation exercise. So that's the link, that monitoring provides the basis for the data that can be used in evaluation and after that in the learning process. Through the results of periodic evaluations, monitoring tools and strategies can be refined and further developed. So in turn, when evaluations happen, they help us that what was lacking, what we could not monitor, or what should be monitored. So it's a you can say it's a circular thing, that both elements help each other in one way or the other way. In very simple terms, monitoring what is happening. So I think it's sometimes it is very obvious that you need to have some dedicated staff for monitoring and evaluation. For sure, evaluation, you need to have a dedicated staff, maybe external, maybe internal. But monitoring is a part of management. So whoever is the project manager or at the management level, whatever he or she is doing is continuously examining the implementation progress. That what was the implementation plan or the work plan, what activities were to be started, what activities were to be completed, how these activities are to be taken forward, in what time period, with what costs, and other related matters. And then it generates data that helps us to make corrective actions, in the due course of project